Welcome, everybody. I am the Doc, John Macaroon, Detroit Lions, Lone Wolves podcast, made possible thanks to On SI, one of the great sports partners that the Detroit Sports Podcast has worked with. Myself, everybody involved with our project is definitely thrilled. On SI has been one of the best partners you could ever ask for. Let us do our thing. Even take Fridays where we can just sit in our studio, write, create content, have a good time. Thanks, everybody, for your continued support. Make sure you visit si.com/NFL/Lions for all your daily highlights, analysis, insights, videos, top video players. And I'm noticing often imitated, but never duplicated. You can start your own network, but you don't have the framework of Vito, Christian, all the behind the scenes that make this engine purr. It's going to be a fun week, I think, it's just been an amazing opportunity to see a couple weeks where the Lions are double-digit favorites. It's exciting. It's exciting where, you can kind of tell now when the Lions are winning, you're getting comparisons from Amon-Ra St. Brown to Kobe and MJ, Dan Campbell, John Morton. It's been a lot of positivity. It's fun. 3-1 football team looking to go to 4-1. Man, it's been a good time. I mean, the offense is running well. Everybody's happy. Everybody's in a good mood. Really, the only person that kind of the vibe this week, if you see the videos, JMO was not really feeling it. 3 minutes. I mean, I was holding my camera, taping him, and you just got a sense that he didn't want to answer personal questions. But next time, I got to step it up and ask him because, man, it was uncomfortable. He was like this. If you can go watch the video. I mean, you don't have to take my word for it. Watch Jameson Williams' video. Man, it's just uncomfortable. He had a bad game. I felt like he should have just parroted what the coaching staff said. Had a bad game, got to do better next time. But he was, and a couple questions were asked about his performance. He tried to move on from it. But, that was the only vibe killer of the week, in my humble opinion. It's a fun week. Shout out to Phil, the nearly 75 people hopped on early. Appreciate y'all across 2 platforms. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe. We're nearing 4,000 subscribers since February. It's a nice run. If you have any questions, get them in. Super chats go right to the front of the line. Thank you to the nearly dozen, or we're inching up there, a dozen members getting exclusive videos from myself. Thank you so much. Super chats go right to the front of the line. I really appreciate it. I'll share a little nugget. It was interesting. Sports Illustrated, Bleacher Report was on the minds of the media this week. It was great. I'm sitting there typing, and the media's like, gosh, why are people asking me about what Sports Illustrated and Bleacher Report are writing? Nice and loud so I could hear it. It was great. And I'll tell kind of the context. It's great. I'm not sure exactly what story caught everybody's attention, but I'm sure it involved trades and stuff like that. So fun little nuggets from inside Allen Park. Man, I've been going strong podcasting since 2013. And I if you go on our Twitter page at Detroit Podcast, there's already outlets that have been covering other NFL teams since 2019, most notably the Carolina Panthers. They suck so bad, their podcasters are like, I'm out. It's too much work. I quit. Spending too much time away from the family. I can't do it. 2019, that means you never had the itch. You never had it. I don't care if the Lions lost every game from now until foreverdom. I'm addicted to this. I love this. There is no way I would ever stop podcasting. I think until I retire from work, I will put a microphone on and talk because it's a fun opportunity. 2 weeks in a row, I've ranted about the Tigers, and what I said came true. Shout out the Tigers, Spencer Torkelson. I said I manifested, step it up, and it happened. So it's a fun time. Shout out to Phil. What's happening? Alan. Doc, the real question is how many seasons until Burrow demands a trade? He is in a Stafford 2.0 situation. Alan, it's good stuff. Man, if you're a top line quarterback, I would take less money, man. Listen, 50 million, 40 million. I mean, if you were a top end guy commanding that much money, I would take 15 million less and say, make sure I get some all pros. Joe Burrow has to demand that the offensive line get better. But you got T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. I don't see him doing that. I see him wanting to continue. And you hope that You hope that, a guy like that can have a career. That's why Jared Goff has just shined. He's had an amazing offensive line. We got a lot to get to in this next hour. I think I wanted to bridge the gap. I showed up 1 o'clock. I think there's all the other great content creators take a little hour off between 1 and 2. My little spot on Friday. Also been battling so many interviews, podcasting about 15 hours a week. Got my voice all raspy, taking cough drops. Normally I want to come on 2-3 times a week, but I'm doing a lot of radio interviews. My humble apologies. But you can see we're doing shorts, sprinkling in some videos on the channel. I hope you've been enjoying the content for the most part. Doc, you're not a real fan of the Lions. You're not a real fan of anything. All you do is complain. Well, why would I be happy when the Tigers lost game 2 and there was genuine fear about game 3? Thankfully, they won. Hell yeah, I celebrated. Me and my nephew high-fived and everything. I sent him great messages. Said, let's go. Tigers in 5. Scooble twice. Tigers in 5, baby. Got a lot to get to over the next hour. And remember, you can find slappy fans that just say everything's great all the time. Go find them. That's boring. Boring was the word of the week in the media room. It was hilarious. Boring was the word of the week. So stay tuned to the end. We'll have a little fun. Other podcasters self-reflecting on their lack of performative nature. All I can do is give advice. They don't want to hear what I got to say, but I'll share it anyway. I didn't listen to Phil. I'm so busy. I would love to catch more. I check out the heavyweights and Matt Shepard show. Neil when I can. WSN yesterday called the Tigers out and hope they lost. That ticked me off. Listen, I don't begrudge anybody for that opinion. I'm just frustrated because I still don't believe that the Tigers are going to win the World Series. But hey, I'm like everybody else. I enjoy and I complain. Hell yeah, I'm watching it. I don't really hope they lose, but yeah, to end the misery. Bro, until yesterday, the offense was terrible. Could you imagine if the Detroit Lions ran that kind of offense and were the Browns or the Bengals? Or the Panthers? Some podcasters quit. I was shocked. So I joked around on their platform. I said, just rebrand your Meow Kitty podcast. Just cover the Lions. The Panthers suck. I mean, and here's a free advice. If you start a podcast and you want to jump in the mix, it's everybody's going to find different levels to their success. Whether you be, somebody that partners with a major network and becomes a media member, has some success, grows some social media channels, or you just doing it for fun. If you quit, don't make a public announcement. I'm a quitter. Bro, people just laugh at you. Just quietly thank your fans on your show and walk away. Public grand nature. We've done so many hours of work and we've been spending so many times on a bad team and we suck so bad that we just can't do it anymore. Well, step aside. Don't do it that way. Just quietly thank your audience on your last episode and save the public gesture, because all I view you as is a quitter. You quit podcasting because your team sucks? In my opinion, when the Lions sucked, I look forward to complaining with my guy Adam. We would yell about Jim Caldwell, yell about Matt Patricia. That was some of our favorite podcasts, our highest rated. We got one that hit, 6 figures of listens, screaming and yelling. You would have to take my voice away for me to stop. All right, here we go. I think it's all good. Do the Lions cover? Do you guys think the Lions win by 10 or more again? I'm kind of in the neighborhood of early prediction 30-20. I'm not going to sprinkle no action on it. That's not my play of the week this week, because you never know. It's a road game. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, could they be so frustrated with Browning that they get off? Terrion Arnold, we'll talk about it. I don't know. Terrion, Amik, and Avonte Maddox. You comfortable with that? Let me know. What are your early thoughts about the Bengals? Get in. Get your thoughts shared. Let the world see what you're thinking. It's been a fun community, fun ride. Lions 3-1 going up against a Bengal squad that's hurting, and they were pounded by the Denver Broncos. I think it's great because Dan Campbell is going to use all those lessons to be able to take advantage. I think the Lions win. It's too much firepower. And quite frankly, if Browning steps up, I would be shocked. Browning is a backup, and he got exposed by the Broncos. And it's never good when your star receiver is walking up to the coach going, "What's up?" Jamar Chase is on my fantasy team, so he sucks. That's why. Side note, I'm very successful in fantasy this year. I have a little bit of help. But in one league, I said I'm going outside the box. I'm going to use my first 3 picks to load up because I wanted to go to Cincy. I'm not going because Joe Burrow's not there. It's not worth the 5-hour drive. Rather take the money, spend it on my family. I have the money to go. I budgeted for 5 trips this year. But this one, when Joe Burrow went down, money stays in my pocket. Not going. Not driving. Not going. 4 o'clock game? Hell no. So I had the first pick. I took Jamar Chase. Then when you circle back down, second and third round, I went T. Higgins, Joe Burrow. And oh, my league was like, "Are you idiot? Are you stupid? What's wrong with you?" Did you guys know that Joe Burrow had over 30 touchdowns last year? I was trying a different strategy. So Joe Burrow goes out because of me. And I wanted some value more than the gambling and watching the game from Cincinnati. I wanted some more entertainment. Action's fun. The bankroll's been great. Make sure you follow Lions on SI. We have a great friend, Drew Ellis. Drew is one of the nicest people. He used to edit my work for the Oakland Press. So I said, "Yeah, you're a friend. You're a friend of the podcast, man. Yeah, share some best bets." He's put money in my bankroll for 3 years. Thank you, Drew. Drew Ellis. Ellis Drew. You see him at Detroit Podcast. That's what you know about the doc. If you do right by the doc, I will always be loyal. You don't do right by the doc, we'll always talk a little junk. Andrew gets in. Shout out to you. Hit the like button. That's the free way. If you don't want to give a super chat, you don't want to leave a super thanks or any gifts, just hit the like button. That's the free way. You just help me keep the lights on and help me continue to support Vito, Christian, and Emmett. I'm good. Doc's Middle Eastern. I'm always good. I just want to make sure the lights stay on and I can take care of the 3 guys who supported me. Remember, it's not just me. I could have been greedy and just kept all of it to myself. Doc ain't greedy. I sprinkled it to journalists to help the project be as good as it can be. Hit the like button. We should be able to run the ball at will. Broncos had their first 100-yard rusher under Sean Payton last week. Absolutely. Hammer the Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery train. I would, listen, all commentary from the DOC is entertainment based. Unless I tell you it's a fact. I would hammer the David Montgomery anytime touchdown. It's a special game. Dan Campbell knows what it means to David Montgomery. That dude's going to find the end zone multiple times. Anytime touchdown score, whatever the value, minus 180, minus 140, whatever it is, hammer that. But all messages from the doc regarding gambling are for entertainment purposes only. And as a reminder, who you're listening to, I'm the man that challenged Dan Campbell, had our Bill Parcells moment. He must have remembered my question. He brought it up on the road. I'm the reason why defensive ends don't sign here. Or maybe, Phil, you saw my banner before I started. You don't trust your coach, Dan Campbell? He said we're good. Not only one player opposite of Aiden, there's 2 now. Trust Dan Campbell. But my job is to pick and probe. And is it, I don't know, listen. Am I the only one that got under Dan Campbell's skin? I don't think so. I feel like others must have over 5 years. But hey, I'll take it. I ain't scared. Trust the doc. Phil, have you seen Booner's beard? It's a bit sparse. I think you guys got to tell him to up the testosterone. He's got to lift more weights. Grow some hair on your chest, my brother. I grow this in 3 days. See, now you know I'm working. The beard's back. Everybody went up in arms when I grew the beard. Or when I shaved the beard. Now it's back. Nobody says a word. I must have lost favor. But I will say this. For what it's worth, if you want to know the facts. Since Dan Campbell has mentioned my name multiple times, the site has done so much better. What are you going to say? That wasn't the intention. Doc's living good. And so are the Lions. I'm good. We're good. Podcast is good. YouTube is good. Guys, did you know that YouTube pays you to do this? Thank you, Booner. Thank you, Syndicate. Got my first 2 checks from YouTube. They pay you to do this? I'll give you some advice from YouTube for those in the room that were talking about it. But they never asked the guy that's actually making some money on it. They're like, Doc, I'll just give the advice free. I don't care. I am a little bit concerned about the defense. The offense is going to score. I'm concerned. Terrion Arnold, Amik Robertson, Avonte Maddox in the slot. Rock Ya-Sin sprinkled in. Kirby Joseph, back to practice. I'm a little concerned. Concern level? What's your concern level about the secondary on a scale of 1 to 10? I'm at a 6. We'll talk about it. Are you in line with Andrew with how the Lions are going to approach this and run the football? I think, look at JMO. They're going to try to get back to him as quick as possible. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the legend. Phil's at a 7. Capital P. Get your comments in, your questions, the 200 people across 2 platforms. That's cool on a Friday afternoon. And also, too, you can replay it. Love the respectful commentary, the shout-outs. Let's see if anybody on X has gotten in here. 250 people across 2 platforms. It's really cool. This has been a good week. A real good week. Everyone's comfortable. The Lions' success almost wiped out the Tigers fan base. And had they not advanced, I think some of the people used the comfort of the Lions to get over the angst for the Tigers. But to me, I feel like this game's comfortable. The Lions are going to be close to home, only a 5-hour drive for the media. And you're facing a Bengals team that had their quarterback go down for a massive amount of time with a turf toe injury. I said another video, toe turf. It's toe injury, turf toe. Oh, yeah, that's why I'm doing this early. I'm getting out of here. Right after this, I'm flying home. I am driving down to Quinder, up to Macomb. I'm going to enjoy this afternoon. You said it. Phil, the weather's unreal. We've been fishing every day for a week. Hell yeah. That's why also, too, I'm taking advantage of the weather. Battling the voice and the weather. But I still did a post game, and this is my second one this week. Are you guys comfortable? I feel like it's going to be a comfortable game. But when I saw it was 425, I was like, no, that means I got to spread out the content throughout the day. Maybe I'll do a Sunday morning one. Let me know if you want me to. I've been doing more afternoon post game, but then, 8 o'clock post game, 9 o'clock. I feel like people want to react more than me previewing. This is my preview. So I'm excited. I feel like it's going to be a comfortable win, get to 4-1. I feel like the Bengals should have went out there and looked to trade for a Jameis Winston, looked to trade for one of these guys that's a little bit better than Browning. He knows the system. It's one of those deals where Zach Taylor might be somebody that is going to get himself in trouble being too loyal. Browning was terrible. God, I watched the film last night. He was missing receivers. The Jamar Chase was like, bro, I'm Jamar Chase. Number 1. How do you not find Jamar Chase? Browning. Come on, bro. That was crazy. Credit to the Broncos. They confused the hell out of Browning. Can the Lions do that too? Bit of good news. Alim McNeill returned to practice, and there's been a little bit of a jolt of energy at Allen Park. Goff talked about it. The Lions are 50-50 to play him. Listen, let's be realistic here. They're never going to play Alim McNeill this week. 2 practices and out there, that would be negligent. Dan Campbell having some fun. He's not playing this week. I would doubt he's playing next week. The Chiefs is not the first game you want to throw Alim McNeill out there. Be extra cautious. Maybe the Bucs on Monday night, amped up crowd, couple reps, maybe. But the extra week, activate them, let them sit for the bye week. Boom, Vikings. Vikings, I think, is at home. Week 10 or whatever. So week 5 is this. 6 is the Chiefs. 7. Week 9, Vikings. Let me tell you, I'm excited for that bye week. I might get out of town. Phil, good question. I'm going to need you guys to pay attention. But a good question. You guys blew up my DMs, and friends were like, ask again about Paschal. It was 2 weeks ago that Dan answered it on September 20th. And then I asked this week, I said, is there a clearer timeline? And Dan said, listen, I know you guys asked a week or two ago. It's the same story. He's not ready. Getting better, but not ready. That's not good. So he's got passed up. 2 ends are already taking his spot. Mekhi Wingo can't see the field. So there is something on Paschal. No change. I asked that question. What's up, Matt? Shout out to you. Much appreciated for your support and all your past super chats. Ghetto Boy Juan gets in. Go Greene. Nick Mullen threw for 500 yards against us. I'm sure Browning will find Chase and T this Sunday. Smart. It can, any given Sunday. Nick Mullen reset. Different time, brother. Different time. Because the Lions have found their 2 guys opposite of Aiden. We're going to talk about it. What has you concerned? First and foremost, when should Alim McNeill debut? I think it should be the Vikings. Rather be 1 week too late than too soon. Let the man rest. I love Dan Campbell. He's 50-50. That's some good PR. We got to write it. But if Alim McNeill plays this week, I would be shocked. I saw Josh Paschal in the locker room yesterday. He was there, hanging out, doing his thing. But because they're on PUP list, they don't have to talk to us. And like I said before, DJ Reed was open. He's a vet. I feel like reasonably, guys that get their money, they get their $16 million a year, they'll be like, yeah, I got a hamstring. I could go on IR, grade 2, grade 3. They'll just talk about it. Guys that are waiting for that next contract, they don't talk like that. They're like, I'm good. I'll see you next week. Like Sione Vaki told me, I'm ready to play every week. And he didn't play. So that's the key. It's not, I made it personal. I thought, oh man, they're never going to tell me these. No, if they're a vet and they got their money, they got their paper guaranteed, they'll tell you anything. Yeah, it's a grade 2, grade 3, didn't need surgery, thought I tore it off the bone. He was saying that openly. Paschal and Sione Vaki, I'm great. I feel good. Awesome. That's the key. If they got their paper guaranteed, they'll give up the info. They don't got their paper guaranteed. Everything's great. All great, Doc. All good. I'll see you out there. But you haven't practiced all week. I'm good. Strong like bull. I feel great. They got a big smile on their face. I'm like, bro, you're limping. They're limping out there. Like, I see you limping, bro. I'm right here. I'm good. I feel good. It's like, I get it. I have to ask. It's just always that. It's weird. Like, I feel like if I was now an athlete seeing it from, I'd just be open. I'd be like, look, man, I'm hurting. This shit hurts. My ankle hurt. My groin hurts. You ain't going to see me out there. Be like, Coach Campbell be like, John, stop telling everybody your business. I'd be like, the media's here for an hour. This short little guy keeps looking at me, standing right next to me in my locker. I want him to leave. I'd be like, listen, Dave, I'm hurt. I don't feel good. Ow. Ow, I'm hurting. Like I told you guys, my throat, I'm 89.5% healthy. My throat is killing me. It's because of the performative nature that I'm doing this podcast. I cannot do performative nature. That was funny. I just love journalists. I love their thinking. I love their style. I love their openness. I cannot do performative podcasts. I'd rather just be labeled boring. Like, okay, man. All right, sounds good. My biggest complaint about my podcast is that I'm boring. Well, then stop being boring, bro. It's not that hard. Have a little energy. Drink a little coffee. Wake your ass up. Well, that'll be at the end if you want to listen to it. The Lions have found there are two guys opposite of Aiden. Are you comfortable? Again, our first two questions that I need you to answer. Answer my questions. Are you comfortable with the Lions playing the Bengals? And are you okay with, Alim McNeill coming back, practicing this 50-50 talk? I think you play him no sooner than the first game that you should think about is the Bucs, and then let them still chill and play against the Vikings after the bye. The Lions, remember, we made fun. I made fun. You made fun. I saw. We're good. We're good. The first game, we're good. Even you fans, all you gatekeepers that are fans, I heard you typing, we're good. I see you sneaking that little jab. It's always good when a fan makes a complaint, but when a media member, oh, you're a troll, you're a hater. Oh, when a media member makes a critical analysis, oh. But you guys, you fans can just say we're good whenever you feel like it. Doughboy Steve, hell yeah, Doc. Great to see you, brother. Shout out to you. Are you concerned the Bengals are a trap game? I don't have that concern. Fan rules are funny, especially on X. The fan rule is, here's the fan rule according to you guys. If I type it, it's a horrible idea. Awful. Oh my God, how could you? How dare you? Why would SI pay you? Why would YouTube pay you? Oh, it's horrible. But if you say it, it's valuable. It's great information. Everybody should take it as gospel. That's funny. I saw a lot of we're goods when the Lions lost and were struggling early on. I saw a lot of that from you guys. Don't run and hide. But Dan said we're good. We're good. He said it twice. So you got to give him credit. Al-Quadin Muhammad and Tyler Lacy have stepped up a little bit. Calvin Shepard gave them their flowers. Calvin Shepard said Al-Quadin Muhammad is not a Jag. He's not a Jag. That's what he said. He's not just another guy. He's a baller. 3.5 sacks. But I respect you guys that still have doubts. Online, there's still a handful of people debating. Get more. They're like, don't let Trey go home after the Bengals game. Steal him. Absolutely. I love that philosophy. I don't care if they got Al-Quadin Muhammad. I don't care if they have Al-Quadin Jesus. I don't care if they have Tyler Lacy, Wheat. I don't care. More. It's a great attitude to have. But the media will tell you, stop asking, stop. These guys are good. They're Al-Quadin Muhammad and Tyler Lacy, they're going to win you a Super Bowl. How do you know that? It's the same kind of weird philosophy that the haters have. Just because they had 2 good games, that makes the Lions good? The question's over? No, it's still evaluating. You played the Browns. They suck. You played the Bears, first-year head coach. Now, you play who's on the schedule. But let's have some level of context. The Bengals don't have their star quarterback. But you're going to get some answers. You're going to play the Eagles. You're going to play some good football teams this year. And you'll get your evaluation. Do it against the Eagles. Do it against the Bengals. Do it against the Bucs. Pressure Baker Mayfield. Get after him. Are you happy with Al-Quadin Muhammad and Tyler Lacy? I'm okay. They're doing the job. They're helping the secondary. Relatively speaking, it's fun to play Joe Flacco. Just a fan. Doc, it's like a marriage. Get used to it. Ha! That's right. The fans, yeah, it's just like customer service. The fans are always right. Never pick on the fans. But they sure love pointing 5 fingers at me. Oh my God, you said trade Riley Greene? I didn't say it. AJ Hinch said it. He said, high leverage situation, I'm yanking that boy. That boy ain't betting. What? I didn't say it. I'm just reflecting what AJ Hinch told me in my ear. You know that I'm a doc. I know all the subliminal messages. I'm a psychologist. AJ Hinch told me without telling me we're trading him. Let the doc be the expert. Let me pretend that I'm an expert. Yeah, the guy that listens to every radio interview, reads everything that Scott Harris says, wants a guy on the team that strikes out over 200 times when Scott Harris has said, my philosophy is plate discipline. The man said, Scott Harris told me, I want players with plate discipline. 200 strikeouts is not plate discipline. How dare you say trade him? He's got value. He's not a bum. He's got 36 homers. For other people, he'll be great. For the president of baseball operations that whispered in my ear nicely, we like plate discipline. We like the analytics. He whispered in my ear softly. Okay, he didn't do that, but he wanted to. Whispered in my ear, I like plate discipline. The analytics say, excuse me. The analytics say that Riley Greene doesn't belong here. And yet you guys want to come after me. What kind of cockamamie reasoning you guys got here? I'm all about the analytics. And the analytics say the Lions' defensive line is pretty good. But you guys are never happy. You guys don't know how to laugh. Too serious. It was so great. It was literally like this week, Amon-Ra St. Brown and me were on the same wavelength. I feel like me and Amon-Ra is literally just the 20-year-old younger version of me. He literally looked into the camera and is like, I'm a troll. I like to have fun. I like to have fun. He's like, come on, guys. You really think I'm balling out here on 2K at 4 o'clock in the morning? And even if he was, he's so great. Who cares? He's out here trolling, having a good time. He's like, I have some level of professionalism, but I'm out here having fun. That's what I'm doing. Isn't that how it's spelled? A-N-A-L-Y. Analytics? Sorry. My English is bad. I'm foreign. Give me some grace. How you spell it? A-N-A-L-Y ticks. Analytics. The analytics say the Lions' defensive line is really good. Am I wrong? Sorry, it doesn't sound right. You know, Jared Goff's played 69 games for the Lions. Is the Y silent? Analytics? I don't know. Sorry, too performative. Are you happy? What grade would you give the Lions defensive ends? Hey, man, Aiden, you got Lacy. He was a defensive tackle for the Jaguars. They didn't know how to use him. And just a fan. They didn't find a way to use him. He looks like a prototypical defensive tackle. The word is Calvin Shepard saw him doing his individual drills out there at Allen Park. And he's like, I think you can move, man. You got some power. I think you can play the 5. You're a 3 tech, technically, but I think you can play the 5. You want to play defensive end? Opposite of Aiden? Strong side? He's like, yeah, man, whatever. And they put him out there. 2 weeks ago, everybody was like, wait a minute, is that Lacy out there? Against... Sorry, I got distracted. Wow. I got a nice window out here. Wow. There's a gym right behind me. The lady that just came to the gym. Whew, Jesus. Wow. I'm going to take a commercial break here. I'm going to need to go to the gym, get some water. He was playing the 3 tech and he was moving well and was doing some great things. And Calvin Shepard said, I think you can play defensive end. And he's like, I'll do it. And we're all in the media going, wait a minute. Against the Browns, that's Lacy out there doing his thing. It's good stuff. It's cool. It's real cool. It's cool to see this opportunity that they've had to get 2 players to play opposite. Are you guys okay right now? Are you taking a wait and see approach? You should. Ravens, for Lacy, it took a little bit of time. Got in the last couple games a lot more than he did against the Packers. I think he was on the roster, but they didn't play him. The last 3 games, he steadily had an uptick. That's awesome. Just a fan. Doc, did you shoot spitballs at the girls in school? Nope. I was very nice, kept to myself, spoke when spoken to, very shy, very mild-mannered. I was the guy that was not somebody that was so shy that people picked on, but not so popular that people just made me the life of the party. I was just a regular guy. I was a jag in school. Just a guy. Regular dude, handled my business, kept quiet, no trouble, in and out. I became glorious at Michigan State. It was like a cocoon, and it turned into a butterfly. Man, when I'm close, but when I'm at that level where I can just say whatever I want and nobody, there's still people that listen that if I heard what I said, it might cause an issue. But when I do that podcast, tune in. It was like a cocoon. What was that? I was a little caterpillar going to Michigan State, but I knew something's good's going to happen here. Yes. Yes. I went in like, hi guys. Came out like, hell yeah. Yeah. I grew hair on my chest at Michigan State. My parents were like, he's walking different. Yeah. Spartan dog. No, I'm over it. I'm retired. Bro, I was good at 22. I was retired. Tell you, listening to that podcast. Whew, day 3. Hell yeah. I grew up in day 3. I had 3 roommates, and it was like the cocoon busted and the butterfly rose. Oh, it was amazing. It was the best 4 years from day 3 on. I had the 4 best years a human could ever have. That's why you're like, man, that guy seems like he's happy all the time. Doesn't care what Dan Campbell says about him. Doesn't care if the internet hates him. The whole world hates him. What's wrong with him? Are you guys happy with the defensive ends? I'm happy. I'm cool. Brent, shout out to you. We're just talking. We're comfortable. It's a good week. Telling some jokes. Brent, shout out to you. Avid listener, big supporter. Are you comfortable with the defensive ends? We got Lacy and Al-Quadin Muhammad. Do you want more? Do you want the Lions to steal their cornerback that people are talking about and Trey Hendrickson? Ask any questions you want. It can be about the Lions, it can be about the Tigers, Red Wings, Pistons. I can talk all Detroit sports. I read everything. Shout out to Evan Petzold asking Chris Illich, are you going to sign Tariq? He's like, dog, have a beer and be quiet. Time and place, Central guy. Gotta like Evan. I respect Evan. For those that know, they know. Did you guys see Anthony Fenech came back? I haven't followed up with what his cryptic post was about, but he wrote a book. Popped back on X after 5 years. That dude was cool. Making up for lost time. Do not send your daughters to Michigan State. From firsthand experience. I feel like everyone's happy. I feel like Browning is going to face the wrath. Now, my concern. You're going to have Hendrickson. He's going to battle Sewell and Taylor Decker. He'll probably get some opportunities. My matchup that I'm concerned about is one of the Lions cornerbacks. Is Amik Robertson going to travel with Jamar Chase? Do they put Terrion on Jamar? I was a little nervous that Curry was not going to play 2 missed practices, but he's back today. That means he's going to be questionable or doubtful. He'll be there, most likely. If you practice today, it's a good sign. Dorsey, unfortunately, maybe had a setback. He practiced Wednesday, didn't practice on Thursday. We'll see today his status. but I think Alim McNeill should be ruled out or doubtful. He'll be not playing. I would not count on Alim McNeill. DJ Reader, Tyleik Williams, Lacy, and Aiden Hutchinson or Al-Quadin Muhammad. That's your base defense. Now, your starting corners are going to be Amik Robertson and Terrion Arnold. I'm a little nervous. That does not signal to me greatness. That signals defensive line, you better pressure Browning. You better make it difficult. Help. Marriage, rush, and coverage. Marriage. The rush has to stand up. If you let Browning get time, he'll find Chase. You got to worry about their running back, Brown. So it's not scot-free. So it's not scot-free at all. I'm a little concerned. You know, you look at that offense, you realize, okay, you know, Gesicki, the tight end. Pick on Daxton Hill. Who concerns you on, is it Jamar Chase? Who concerns you? Chase Brown. Does he do his thing, the 25-year-old? Tigers in 5. You steal 2 with Scooble and you just find 1. You know, the game 1, I think, is going to be a terrible game for the Tigers. Then they get back and you split at home. You get back in Seattle and the pressure's all on them. Tigers in 5. What matchup scares you? Are you confident in Terrion Arnold and Amik Robertson? Look, Terrion has to have a get-right game, but he's been battling injury. I'm concerned. And what has been the bugaboo for the defense? Too many explosive plays. Against the Browns, they cut that down. But the Browns suck. That's an outlier. The Browns suck. The Browns, they got 2 players on offense. And the Jerry Jeudy had a JMO game, dropped the ball at key times. Trey Hendrickson, where he lines up, is going to be a matchup nightmare. But you can chip him. You can do the same thing. Myles Garrett had an okay game, but not crazy. And Jared Goff has gotten better at evading the pressure. Brent knows what's up. Blitz, baby. You got to be careful. You don't get there. Open lanes, open seams. Shep knows that our corners are going to be targeted by 2 great receivers. I think he'll dial up the pressure on Browning. Brent DeWitt, absolutely. I think that if you're the Bengals, you are able to take advantage of that when the pressure comes. Maybe some screens, some opportunities, some blitz busters. I think this is going to be a fun game. Hopefully, it's more high scoring. 4:00 game. I got 30-20, maybe 37-27, maybe up there more. That would be great. Amik Robertson's going to have a big game. I think he talks a big game, and he always backs it up. Now he's got to get that turnover. Get that turnover, young guy. Everybody knows your game. This is your chance. You're going to get Higgins or you're going to get Jamar Chase. Lock it down. Robertson Island. I already know the answer, V-Wade. V-Wade gets in. Shout out to you. Can you ask DC when the perfect bye week is to have? This week, 7 weeks, play a bye. This year's perfect. Absolutely perfect. You play 7 games. You have 4 now, 3 more, then a bye. Beautiful. Right now, it's perfect. This is where they like it. The last couple years was so early, it was crazy. This week, the Lions, they have a week 5 they play. Then we play week 6, 7. The week 8 bye is perfect. Last year was way too early, for sure. This year is perfect. And it comes at the right time for the Lions. You can set up your guys to come back, including Alim McNeill, including DJ Reed. Jared Goff against that secondary. You guys got to credit Jared Goff. he has been improving his pocket presence. Everybody's noticing it. And he had some very insightful comments this week. He said, when you don't see a lot of pressure, when it breaks down, it looks so different that you know to go. Like he knows the comfort of the pocket because of how good the Lions are. So now when he sees a little pressure, he knows. You see that play he made to Amon-Ra where Garrett was crashing in on him? He stepped up in the pocket, found St. Brown. When you laugh at him for not being mobile, you got to credit him for plays where he shows pocket presence. Did you know Jared Goff has played 69 nice games with the Detroit Lions? He's like, oh yeah, I brought that up. Jared Goff is going to dominate. Get him in your daily fantasy. You got to credit and appreciate it. You're watching one of the great connections of all time. Montana to Rice, Goff to St. Brown. It's up there. And Amon-Ra said he's a troll. Amon-Ra has made trolls cool again. I was like, well, he's like, I like to troll too. I think all smart people like to troll because it's easy to do. Now, you could ask me, Doc, do you really want to trade Riley Greene? Not like forcefully, but he's got some value. I mean, but you guys were all like, oh my God, you said that on X. Yes, I did. What's your problem? Get me 2 pitchers and a prospect, I'll do it. The man strikes out 200 times, and he's not listening. He's defiant. Scott Harris told you, plate discipline. Your boss, the Pobo. Pobo said, plate discipline. What is it that you're doing? That's not plate discipline. The Pobo, the analytics say, stop doing that. Your war went down, bro. Or they're really happy. They're like, Riley, don't come at us with no $15 million a year contract, bro. The analytics say you are a $4 million player. You strike out too much. I'm going to invite the fans to listen into the arbitration meeting where they nastily tell you how bad you suck so they don't have to pay you. Doc, how dare you say trade him? You must be slow. I am not slow. Riley Greene equals JMO circa 2022. But he got 36 homers, bro. Got to give him credit this year. What a comparison. But no, I probably not that. JMO's got to have one of those breakout years where he's got the 10 touchdowns. Johnny Hughes, my man. What up, Doc? Do you think the Lions are being genuine when they say Alim is 50-50 to play? It just seems like a bunch of BS considering how they have brought most players back in the past. Now, a lot of people are watching this, so I can't say it like that, John. Shout out to you. What you smoking there, Cohiba? You better have one with my name on it. I like Cohibas. I like whiskey. I like fishing. So you got to Cohiba with my name. Hold on, I think I got it in my notes here. Give me 40 seconds. I actually wrote down some because my brother-in-law has a humidor, and I go in there, and when he's not looking, I just take from his humidor. He knows it too. But there's one that starts with an M that I really like. He's like, you always take the good ones. I'm like, hell yeah. Oh, no. Look at that. See, I'm so slow that I have to write this down. See, I took this note about a year ago. The big dogs. When we hang out, bring me that. Monte Cristo White Series. We will be homies forever. I will give you the secrets. I wrote it down. I'm like, oh, that was life-changing. Sit down, legs up, whiskey. That's when we have a good time. The Monte Cristos and the Docks and the Hennessy and the Hazel Baden Old Fashions. Now we're talking. That's when you get Doc. You get Doc liquored up. He'll start spilling the beans. Now, it's not BS. We, in this business, use a different word. You are allowed to say that. I say it's called PR. It's a little public relations. Throw it out there that my dog is rugged. My dog is ready. There ain't no chance in hell that man sees the field this week. That's negligent. There's 0.00 chance he plays. That would be crazy. 2 practices and you're out there. I don't care. I don't care if the player says I'm ready. I don't care if he says I got 3 sacks in me, dog. I'll be like, good. See you next week. Let the man get some football legs under him. Come on, man. It's PR. It's not BS. A lot of PR. Dan, a lot of PR this week, right? Dan, did you know how great this Lions team looks? Blah, 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 blah. You know who's asking it. That's right. I love when the doc is on the tea and the whiskey. I'm a good time. I'm not a sad drunk. I'm a dance on the table. Now, first of all, let's talk about this. I ain't never heard that song, and I don't want to be judgmental. I don't want to be a hater. Okay, this is a quick sidebar. Remember, I get an hour of football and 5-6 minutes to myself. I don't want my baseball team singing Hank Williams. I feel like they outed themselves. You got Javi going, ¿Qué pasa? What is this? What is this? I mean, you excluded Gleyber Torres and Javi Baez from the party. I never heard that song. I didn't like that song. I like group songs. I feel like baseball players got to hit the hip hops. You can't play Hank Williams. I can't sing that with you. What was it called? Dinosaur? I can't sing that. Okay, happy medium. You got to bring it. I don't know. It seems like, now you guys got to educate me. I'm ignorant to this. But Hank Williams' Dinosaur, I presume, is a 40-year-old song. I think you got to bring it up to speed to the guy that sings, "Last night we let the liquor talk." That guy, Morgan Wallen. That, I think, is a little more standard. That way, the reporters can sing along. Last night we let the liquor talk. I can't remember anything. Right? Am I right? Bring it to at least a decade. They're all out there. I'm like, what the hell are they singing? I was like, all right. But I love it. Tariq stood up. I don't care what anybody says outside this building. Right? Am I wrong? I always tell myself, okay, Doc, you're just one of those guys that's like just different. Because I'd be up there going, we're not singing Michael Jackson? Can we play some, like something relevant? One shot. Lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. Like, where's that? You never let it go. You only get one shot. I'd be like, I can't sing this. I'm just in there like, I don't know any of these words. The Tigers get together, smoke cigars, and play Hank Williams? Come on. I feel like you got to step that up. Smooth Criminal. There you go. What should the Tigers have played besides Dinosaurs? Let me know. I'm going to play it in the car. I'm going to try to feel it. Hank Williams, to me, is a one-trick pony. He did a one good song, a hit, and then the Monday Night Football song. Are you ready for some football? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Am I wrong? Am I a hater? I feel like I'm the ultimate hater. It didn't flow right in the video. Blah, 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 blah. But I will say, Cleveland bent over and gave us a sign. That was awesome. Not only did you defeat them, I don't know what they did. Are you kidding me? Not in a million years. Tigers, if you lose to Seattle at home, do not put in Detroit, congratulations, Mariners. Don't do that. Not only we bent them over, threw them out on the road when we're done. Let's all take a team picture and the Guardians put congratulations. That is not sports. That's not sportsmanship. That's bogus. Congratulations, Tigers. Hey, guys, let's take a photo. They put our sign up there. You're a Guardians fan. You're like, what the heck is this? So when the Lions curb stomp the Bengals, I'm going to need a big way to go, Dan. Big sign. Congrats, Goff. Okay, let's be more civil. Cincy welcomes prodigal son David Montgomery. Big sign. That's a little too far with the sportsmanship, yo. Don't need that. Keep the thank you opponent to a minimum. Please, are you kidding me? I saw that and I was like, my first thought was that's fake. It's Photoshop. I was going to respond to it because you know me, I'll respond to anything on X. I was looking at that. I was like, please take that shit down. If I'm a Guardians fan, I'm livid. Congratulations, Tigers. Take that S down. The Bengals welcome the NFC North champion, Detroit Lions. Oh, like a celebration. They should do a hype video for the Lions. What is it when they come out? You know, the Lions have a unique song they keep playing when they come out. It's Lose Yourself in Something Else. Unacceptable at the highest level. Are you guys okay with the secondary with the Lions, what they got going on? I feel like that's the key. If the linebackers are going to play great, give them credit. And I will say this. All right, last 5 minutes here. Some news from the locker room. The Lions were playing some inappropriate music, and I want to give credit to Alex Anzalone. I talked to him one-on-one. If you read Lions on SI, I got a little nugget of info. Clearly, happy players are winning players. Winning players talk to Doc. I talked to him one-on-one while there was an inappropriate song playing. And he's like, when the bad word started, Alex was like, whoa, we gotta, what, like, we should, like, whoa, come on, we should stop the, and meanwhile, I'm trying not to laugh because I'm the most immature one there. And it's playing, and the hook's playing. I want to fuck you. You already know I want to. And I'm like, he's like, oh, we got, and he's like, I got, like, there's people here. I'm like, play it. Oh, well, listen, Akon is a treasure. I wanna. They're like, wait a minute. Who's in charge of this? There's ladies here. Like, we cannot, like, men, we cannot show out in front of the ladies. Like, come on. I want. We have to have decorum. There is a locker room, but we can't bring that out. So I was talking to him. He was classy. He's like, we got to stop this. And meanwhile, I'm trying to interview him and I'm laughing my ass off. I was like, okay, Alex, let's stop. I'm going to start singing. You already know. He's like, stop, bro. Stop. Stop with that. Stop fronting. You already know. I wanna. They have an edited version, guys. I wanna take you to the library. I wanna take you and have some tea. Anyways, he's classy, thankfully. So that was good. And then the other thing is that was funny to me was that, you know, the media was talking about their podcast and they were just like, some of the Lions media are not really thrilled with the whole performative nature of doing this and being entertaining. I get it. It's outside their comfort zone. Me, I stopped caring 15 years ago. You know what I mean? I was that way when I was in my 20s. They were talking amongst each other. Not going to say who, but they were like, yeah, you know, I noticed that, you know, all these YouTube captions have to have a cap and I don't want to do that. And I don't want to do this. And I'm like, when I did this, I said, okay, pretty straightforward. Jeff and Booner seem like they got their shit going together. Lion Syndicate seems like he's got his stuff going together. Let's just do what they do. What's wrong? Okay, you want to capitalize a letter? So be it. I humbled myself. They can't do that. And first of all, it works. YouTube paid me good money. The other guy said, yeah, no, I've been thinking about doing it, but I don't want to do it. It's, I can't be performative. I can't, our biggest complaint on our podcast is that we're boring. I'm like, if one person sent me a message that said, Doc, you're boring, I'll be like, oh, shoot. Now, listen, this is not how I act like to this same degree in real life, but it's entertaining. We're having fun. I wouldn't do this for 3, 4, 5 hours a week if it wasn't fun. And you got to also remember, you have to care about your audience. They want to laugh. They want to get to know you. They want to. And also, too, it's proof in the pudding. I got 45 super chats last month. 45 for some good money. And I'm humbly thank you. So I have never in my life had a problem saying, hey, Adam Carolla did this. I should do that. Pat McAfee does this. I should do that. The whole world's going to video. Look at this ugly face. You think I want to do videos? I was a podcaster for 15 years. And I just wanted to, I took my little voice and said, I don't need people to see my ugly face and share it to the world. On SI said, just make videos. They'll do fine. And when the first numbers came back, I said, who the hell's looking at these videos? I said, wow, okay, I'm not that ugly. So I kept doing them. And now I humbled myself. I said, okay, Jeff and Hefe and Booner do this. I'll do the same thing. But they're like, oh, the algorithm stuff. You have to play the algorithm game. Why would you do this? If the algorithm, if I don't play the game and I get 40 views and I play the algorithm game and I get 1,600 views, what should you do? It's a no-brainer. Play the algorithm game. Be a little performative. Have some fun. I can't do it. I can't be performative. Okay. I give you credit for taking that stand, but I think it's not that hard to be performative, to let your guard down a little bit. It's not that bad. Now, I'm in a different position. I'm the owner. I can be that way. I'm in a little different spot, but I think your fans like you more. I think the people that will care about you more, and you won't get the last thing I ever want to see is someone to spend an hour with me and say, God, that guy's boring. No, that guy's maybe he's a little self-centered or he's a little crazy. That's a little better. Now, I only regret maybe one thing this week. One. I don't think I'm wrong, but it probably came off as weird. This is it. I am self-reflective, but I'm honest. Every day we get a question of the day when we go to the Lions media room. This will bring it full circle because I did go to state. And they're the basic questions. What kind of Gatorade you like? What kind of, the same stuff that the Lions do. And I answer them and we have fun and I joke around. The last day I was there, it was, which media member would you like to spend time on an island with? First thought was nobody. So I was like, okay, how do you say that to the interns? I said, honestly, ladies, I'd rather spend time with you two. And I walked into the room. Now I said, okay, now it's lighthearted, but I'm like, could you have been PC? There's nobody in the locker room. There's nobody in the media room I'd want to spend time on an island with. What does that say? Meaning, we could probably they could tolerate me for 5 minutes, and I could tolerate them for 5 minutes. They laughed, but that was maybe not something I should have said. I don't know. We'll see. But I was like, honestly, you two. I should have wished I had more time. I was late. I would say, we tell some jokes and hang out. But that was my week. I think the Lions are going to kick ass. Hopefully you're entertained. No, they're not all sticks in the mud. It's just, I don't know if I want to spend any time on an island with them. And I don't think they want to spend time with me. They'd be like, this guy's way out there. How much? $5? Doughboy Steve, hop on. I'd love it. I would really appreciate that. Even if it's for a month. Or even if it's just $5 thank you, tip, whatever. Appreciate you guys. Super chat, super thanks. Yeah, exactly. Doughboy Steve, that's the best way. Because what would happen is, if we were on an island, we drink beer, we drink shots, I would say something off-putting and they would judge me. Oh my God, you believe this? I'm like, yeah, for the next 5 minutes. but it's all fun. It's all lighthearted. It's a sports. So thank you, Amon-Ra. You empowered me to say, yes, I'm also somewhat provocateur. You know, I wanna. It's locker room talk. I would have fit in. I would have been a fun guy to be in a locker room. We would have a lot of jokes, a lot of funny things to say. I cannot be performative. Performative, I think it's the best part, is to amp it up a little bit. How do you watch professional wrestling and then do a podcast and never be performative? Not once? That means the host has got to poke a little bit. But I give them credit. They're honest. They can't do it because they're bound by this like line, this professional line. I've crossed it over. I've way gone over it because I don't have to care. But in my humble opinion, have some fun, keep it professional, be like, really in the end, to bring it full circle, be like Amon-Ra said, the internet control, so you control. But if you're in line with some rules, follow them. But if you can bend them, have some fun with it, it's great. I think the Lions are going to win 30-20. I hope you've enjoyed I got about 5 minutes left. I hope you enjoyed the 55 minutes. I hope you laughed. Akon, baby. Convict. Music. That would have been funny. Doughboy Steve, I humbly thank you for you to take a minute to ask and to join. I'm forever indebted, man. Thank you. It makes it worthwhile. My job is to earn your look. Simple as that. Real life example, people. Just be outside your comfort zone a little bit, and the people that know you and care about you will reward you. And for you, Doughboy Steve, I pray for you. I wish you the best. And you made my day. You really did. My man. Shout out to you, your family. Go Lions. Whatever you need, man, let me know. And hit the comments if you ever want to ask questions. Anything at all, man. I'm here for you guys. I am willing to be performative to do whatever it takes. What's your guys' score prediction? And really, in the end, I met one of the fans. He said, "Hey, man, I'm at the Browns game. Let's say hello." I made my way through, took a photo, and we shared a laugh. He said, "You're shorter than I thought you were." I said, "I'm uglier too. Can we just move away from my appearance? You guys definitely crashed out when I shaved. No, not a peep when I grew my beard back. So I must be some ugly MFer." And yet to this day, not a one of the media has asked me about my podcast. Not a one has even tried to force themselves onto it. Why? I'm going to tell you no. So you will not see me on the Tim 20-Man podcast. I wonder why. I'd be like, "Tim, I wanna." Where's the Akon? "I wanna. You already know." Be like, "Mr. Macaroon, we cannot talk like this." Oh, sorry. It's corporate. You will not see me on the DetroitLions.com website. But again, I will share my motivations. You will not see me on the Tim 20-Man podcast. You will not hear me on Dan Miller's show. And you will not see me on the Daily Drive on the Lions website. Motivates me. I won't. Hey, I'm like, "Alex, play some Akon, baby. John's here." You already know. Be performative. It's fun. Let it loose. Who cares? In the end, I feel like doing it this way is fun for me. It gets me going, motivates me. I wanna. You already know. I lost my voice. I'm ready for the game. 425 sucks. I hate that, but let me share the screen. No. In all honesty, they have to be true to themselves. I can't be like that because I was like that for my first 30 years of life. It just didn't do nothing for me. Being like this has paid some bills. And it is in line with what I think. Having fun, letting loose, not caring what you think. If you say it, spray it. Just let it go. Who cares? If your mind says trade Riley Greene, just say it. If people hate you, they hate you. I just think that's the way to go. Again, this is the stupid stuff I get motivated by, like Amon-Ra. It's stupid. It really is stupid. I got millions of views, but I just get bothered by shit like this. Every time I see this, and I go to it. This is the DetroitLions.com daily drive where they go to other sites and share it. Look at this. I give them a click. That's how much I respect them. October 3rd at 10 o'clock. Rayner, great guy. I love talking to him. Carlos, love talking to him. The ESPN staff, the ticket, their partner. Look, I always tell you this. These are my colleagues. Quarter season awards. We're going to do that too Sunday. That's my colleague. So, pisses me off. Dave Burkett, wonderful. Nolan, great, nice guy. Richard, I talked to Richard in the locker room. I told him how the Tigers game was going to go to a T. Richard is a kind soul. Kind soul. He came up to me, was talking about the Lions, and he was like, what do you think about the Tigers game? I said, I think it's going to be tight. Then it's going to go Tigers. Then I thought the Guardians would come back. I said, it's going to be crazy. And I hope they hold on. So he knew, he caught on to my sports takes. Nolan, are you guys getting a sense here? Maybe I'm going to show up here and be shocked live. Corey, Ben, good dudes. Ben, look at this. Look at this. Ben, Corey, Ben, Jacob, ESPN, the ticket. My other colleague. Let that sink in for a minute. My colleague, Justin Rogers, the other great blog in town. And there you go. I look at this a couple times a day. Am I being stupid? God. Really, to be honest, I hope they don't ever put it there. But, a guy like me, you're into yourself, you're into your work. You're like, fine. Like I said before, you got Vito, you got Emmett, you got Christian. You don't like any of their stuff? You judge me for being a clown? I don't know. I kind of want, like I said, you're torn. You kind of want to know and you kind of don't. Because it's made me a lot of money. But just out of principle, throw them a bone. Writing every day for 7 years. You see my face. I piss off your coach. Drive an hour. What did I do? Part of me, they were like, you wrote rumors. You're this, you're that. You said that you'd want to hang out with the interns at an island. Is it really that bad? Is it really that bad? Maybe. You already know. All right, guys, peace. That's what I'm about. Maybe one day, but you will not see me because if they ask, I will not appear on the Tim. I will decline it. I'm not last on anybody's list. The Daily Drive. Maybe one day. Yeah, I did. Not for me. My humble statement's always been the other guys. Christian's been writing for 5 years, and he's damn good at what he does. Vito is one of the best writers in town. Amongst them, great columns, thoughtful, cares about his work, protects me. I feel bad that anything I've said or done in my clownish ways would ever impede them. But I don't know why. They maybe even don't even know I'm there. But, that's what gets you to write the next story, the next research, the next stuff, the next podcast, the next performative thing. But no, to be honest, I'm okay with that. Highlight Sports Illustrated, highlight my colleagues. Leave me out there. Let's go. Detroit Lions 34, Bengals 10. Let's whoop their ass. Oh, yeah, you're sweet. You're nice. Listen, it's sunny out, 75 minutes. I've already wrecked my voice. I got to put this up. More stories to write. And my daughter plays soccer today, Doughboy, at 5 o'clock. So I will say humbly, that my daughters are now into travel sports. So my motivation is really personally about that kind of nonsense. But the work that I do, the humble support you guys give me, lets me support my two daughters. And I'm missing some sessions now because my daughters play soccer and volleyball at 5:00. So I will always choose them over work, 1,000%. So I'm not going to go crazy with 15 stories a day, but you'll see 6, 7 strong stories every single day, fresh videos, 1 or 2 podcasts a week. But I've hit the mountaintop. I'm not coasting, but I choose my family way, way, way over sports. I love this, but I choose my family. That's just how I am. I got the 2 best daughters, and my daughters are like me. I'm very happy. Like I said, the Lions are giving everybody some happiness. Everyone's in a good mood. Thank you for the 75 minutes. Enjoy it, rewind it, have a good time, live a little bit, laugh a little bit, debate a little bit, and enjoy Lions football. If there's anything I missed, hit the comments. I'll share it. I think Alim McNeill will be ruled out. I think Kirby Joseph will be questionable. Decker will be questionable. Vaki will be out probably. Live, laugh, love. But if you visit DetroitLions.com, there's no mention of Detroit Lions on SI. And the lady was right there too. My wife's like, you should have said something. Why are you bitching on a podcast? Say something. What do you say? I run a website. Could you please add me? All right. That's enough of me. Thank you for the 6 minutes to let me talk about myself and the fun stuff I do at work. If you have any questions, let me know. Go check out DetroitLions.com. Check out all those other people. They do great work too. I'm good. If you want to put me last on your list, if you want to surf all those other people first, you will have great knowledge of the Detroit Lions. But visit me here on YouTube and give me a like. Smash the like button. There's 400 people across 2 platforms. I enjoy it. You guys give me energy. Phil, Doughboy Steve, the new member. I'm really, again, I'm going to tell everybody, I can't believe that just doing a podcast gets me members and engagement and conversation and being part of the Detroit Lions media. And you know, Phil, that's right. They all do 1 or 2 episodes, then give up. That's right. That's the lesson for today from Phil B. I did my podcast for 6 years before a single dime came in. And I just did it out of pure love of the whole genre. Pure love. I want to love you. Yeah, exactly. He said it. Play the clean version, damn it. I want Akon music. They should let me play it, really. Tigers and Lions, let me run it. And finally, Just a Fan. Doc, which song do you like more? Hail to the Victors or Mr. Brightside? I'm Mr. Brightside. No, that's great. I've been in the big house a lot. I do like it when they play it. It's corny, but I like it. It's our corny. I'm Mr. Brightside. Going out of my... Exactly. I'll be doing just fine. Coming out of my shell. Everybody get outside. Enjoy your lives. Thank you for the 80 minutes. I'm out. I'm going to write. I'm going to put up videos. Check out our video player. I really do believe, outside of all the nonsense and the theatrics, I believe our video player has fresh content every day, 2, 3 new videos, Lions content. Check it out. Give it a review. If you don't like the words, you don't like all the pop-up ads that keep my lights on, just listen to the videos. A lot of insights from the Lions players, Dan Campbell, myself. Appreciate you guys. Phil, Steve, Phil Bach, John Hughes, legend. Ghetto Boy Juan, go green, go white. East Lansing is all right. Just a Fan, Brent DeWitt, Doughboy Steve, Mr. Doughboy Steve. It meant a lot what you did today. It really does. V. Wade, everybody that got a question in, know that it means a lot to me. Alan, to the 300, 400 people that checked in, and the thousands that will listen after on the audio side, thank you. I enjoy it. I'll come back Sunday after the game and let's rile it up. It'll be a victory celebration. Detroit Lions 4-1. Go Tigers. Play better music. Dinosaurs. I'm the doc and I'm a podcaster. Detroit Lions Lone Wolves podcast presented by the wonderful On SI platform, the industry leader in working with publishers and content creators and reporters. Can't wait to talk to you guys next week. Technically, can't wait to talk to you guys Sunday, the beginning or end, the end of this week or the beginning of next week, whatever you think it is.